everybody, it's Kevin here from Bruneau and Co Auctioneers, and I am excited for our March 18th auction. We are going to be having these beautiful murals that come from the McCoy Stadium right here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. But I'm even more excited that I have the original artist to all these paintings, Carol Heuser. I want to know the story, the backstory on how these got done, because they're amazing. They've been an iconic visual when you went to the stadium when you were a kid. You cannot forget them. They were always there. They were beautiful. And here she is right here. So that's Carol right here.
I was at RISD. I was going to the art school, and they had an office where you could go and look for jobs. And so I saw this job that said to paint baseball players at McCoy Stadium. So I thought, well, okay, that sounds interesting. That, sure. It was such a wonderful opportunity for me because I had never been surrounded by sports people and the whole thing of people coming into the office all the time and all the journalists. And it was like the atmosphere that I wasn't familiar with.
Little celebrity, right? Yeah, you got to rub elbows with all those cool players. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just a completely different atmosphere for me, and I just really loved it. And I really felt like part of a family there at Pawtucket Stadium. And Ben Monder became like one of my mentors and dearest friends throughout.
Isn't that amazing?
Throughout years. I mean, this
on a chance job, literally.
On a chance job. So, but what was wonderful is I could do them in my studio at home. I didn't have to, freeze.
They are 4x8, so you can tell standing next to them, they're still large. These were like life-size,
over
life-size renditions of each player.
These were all taken from photos, but I would change them a lot. I mean, for instance, in some of the photos, like this kind of background, they actually had faces from the background or people in the crowd. So I just would sort of make it a little gentler so you could see the players a lot better. So the way it was as soon as they proved themselves at McCoy Stadium and they would go up to Boston, that's when I would paint them. So that was the process. They had to first prove themselves.
They were on their way up.
That they were on their way up and that they had joined the Boston Red Sox, and then they got painting. This one is one of my favorites, Joe Morgan, who was the manager. And he was an incredible man. He was a gentle, wonderful, wonderful man. It took me, every summer, I would do about 4 of them. And over the course of 15 or over 15 years around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a long time. So every summer, there were always 3 or 4 to do, or 2, depending on who went up.
So a lot of these are in their original state, too. We haven't even had time to, whoever gets these is going to want to take them apart, take the glass out, clean them, maybe even display them without this old plexiglass, because this plexiglass is from the stadium. So it's had a little bit of its, use over the years, has a little bit of the white paint on it from when they used to paint the walls. But all original there.
It's very strong paint. It's enamel paint. So that's why it's lasted so long. I would never keep them with the plexiglass. There's unnecessary.
Right.
Unnecessary weight, unnecessary everything, and then you can't really see the detail as well, too, with that plexi. It has a glare to it. Nope, you can take those off. The stadium was so beautiful, too. I mean, watching the games there, the sun would set right behind the field, and the whole sky would be ablaze.
That's awesome.
Really gorgeous.
You can see that's what you saw in the back. You would see all the fan base and the cars would park out there, and you can even see the fans. I remember doing this and hanging out outside the gates and just watching the game from I think at the time when I was going to, maybe the tickets were $3. I mean, it was so cheap to go see a game. It was awesome. They were always joking. Whenever I would walk into the offices there,
it was just always laughter. Everybody was laughing all the time and loud. You know, it was like loud laughter constantly.
People enjoyed their lives,
They
right? Their
really
time
were.
on the job there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Ben was electric. He really was an amazing man. It was such a special time for me. It meant so much. It was a real chapter of my life.
Yeah.
It really, truly was. That I never would have expected would have happened to me in my life.
Did anybody ever help you do any of these, or was all you all the time?
No, just me.
Just you going, oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a website, or where can people find?
Heuser.
There you go.
My name.com.
There you go, TileHeuser.com. And she has unbelievable line drawings, takes amazing commissions, and your artwork is what museums are your artworks in?
Oh, they're in the Phillips Collection Museum, the LA Museum, the Hammer Museum.
There you go.
In LA, they're in RISD museums. They're in a bunch of museums.
Not kidding around. So make sure you check out Carol TileHeuser's art. They're nationally up online. They're at bidlive.bruneauandco.com now. You can get your bids in, or they'll be live on that day selling on the 18th, so don't miss them. Preview all the week before, so you can come in, you can take a walk around. The gallery will be all set up with the other collections that are also in the sale. But definitely a fun come see for these for sure.
That's BRUNEAU.